For some reason, I am not currently able to upload videos of the standard sort to YouTube. So this will be just basically a picture, and then I've recorded some audio to go with it. Thanks a lot. Here we go. What you're looking at here is a wild plant called great mullein. Mullein is native to Europe and Asia, but was brought to America by settlers. This is a fantastic SHTF or WORL plant that has many, many uses. One of the many names for the plant is cowboy toilet paper. I won't go into any more detail other than to say there are times that this would be good to know. Mullein is said to have a long history of use as medicine and as an effective treatment for asthma and respiratory disorders. Extracts made from the plant's flowers are very effective treatment for ear infections. Mullein oil for ear infections can be made by placing the flowers in a clear jar, adding some high-quality oil, and then setting the jar in the sun to steep for a day. 1 drop in the ear is said to help relieve infection. Great mullein is used as a herbal remedy for sore throat, cough, and lung diseases. The leaves can be dried and crushed and then smoked. The stalk of the mullein plant is also a favorite for use as a hand drill or a bow drill for fire making. Still another use for mullein is to dip the flowered end of the stalk into wax or tallow and then use it as a torch. One of the more interesting uses of mullein in a SHTF or WORL environment is its use as a fish paralytic. The seeds are ground and then spread on the water to paralyze fish. The active ingredient is readily absorbed into the bloodstream through the gills of the fish, but not as easily absorbed through the skin or through the gastrointestinal tract. This makes the fish fairly safe for human consumption. The dried and ground seeds can also be used as a pesticide that is fairly effective against potato beetles, cucumber beetles, flea beetles, cabbage worms, raspberry bug, and asparagus bugs, as well as other arthropods. It is also said to be effective for parasitic mites on chickens and other fowl. The active ingredient in the seeds is a substance called rotennin. While generally accepted as safe, in at least one study, chronic exposure to rotennin has been linked to Parkinson's disease-like symptoms. The study does not directly suggest that rotennin exposure is responsible for Parkinson's disease in humans, but is consistent with the belief that chronic exposure to environmental toxins increases the likelihood of the disease. If it were a matter of losing my crops to bugs in a SHTF situation, I personally would accept the risk that I may contract Parkinson's disease 20 years down the road, if I didn't starve in the meantime. Now, I would prefer not to use pesticides if possible, but I don't see much difference between this one and any other pesticide on the market. Your mileage may vary. When growing, great mullein only produces a small plant with no stalk during the first year. The stalk develops during the second year's growth. I have also read that the seeds can lay dormant for several decades and still be viable, making this an excellent long-term storage seed. Mullein is a plant well worthy of your consideration. I am no expert by far, so if anyone has any corrections or added uses, please add them to the comments or send me a note. And lastly, as with any wild plant, I would greatly recommend that you research and seek the advice of an expert before consuming or otherwise utilizing it. I appreciate y'all's time. Hope you found some of this useful. Y'all take care.